Hello everyone, this is Konkyra speaking. Today is the 26th May 2026. If you belong to the very few people that maybe come across my channel, you may have noticed that I have created a small playlist in the past on which I'm working on since April 26. And this is the playlist known as Amazon Metal. You know, this is music that I generate with Gemini AI by Google, and it's a very powerful tool. But you know, despite the songs being very good and all, there's a little problem now. You see, a few days ago, Gemini has received a very big update, and there are new restrictions right now when it comes to using Gemini AI, especially when it comes to generating music. Yesterday evening, and it was a holiday, I wanted to generate another song, and as you can see, I have done this here. Um, but the problem is, unfortunately, that somehow Gemini AI, in April, so in last month, it has started to generate full audio tracks. Before that, it was only capable to generate tracks of 30 seconds, but now it actually has the capability to generate audio tracks of up to 3 minutes. And yes, it's 3 minutes, despite some YouTube videos wanting to tell you that you can actually extend this to 4 minutes. But I'm getting to this in a few minutes myself. Um, but yesterday I have tried to generate a new song. I can't show you the prompt now because this shall be a secret, and I want to create a song that I want to upload on 1st July because of a special reason. Um, but as you can see here down in the left lower corner of this album cover, uh, you know, Gemini AI only created a 30-second song, despite my prompts looking like this one. I can show you this one, since this is the prompt that I was using for my latest Amazon Metal music, for my latest Amazon Metal song. We Are Amazons is the title. And as you can see, this is how my prompt looks like. I start with a short description. Then I tell the AI which instruments are included. Then I continue with a description of what the instruments are doing. Actually, you do not have to tell the software or Gemini AI the length of the track, that it shall be not less than 3 minutes, because Gemini AI, it told it it said to me when I was asking that this is actually not needed, because Gemini AI doesn't know what 3 minutes mean. It doesn't know minutes or seconds, because Gemini AI, when you create a song, it works with the Lyria free model. And yeah, and then I just come up with the lyrics. I say, okay, lyrics, and then I say first one, da 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 da, chorus, da 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 da, and then first two, and then we have a guitar solo, and then we have a chorus. And in the old version of Gemini AI, it also told me what it was thinking and what it was doing, which was unfortunately taken out in the new version that has been enrolled just a few days ago. Now, I was wondering, of course, what was I doing wrong when I suddenly only received 30-second songs yesterday evening, and I have just given it another try, and I still just received a 30-second song. And I then have asked Gemini AI, why do you only create a song out of 30 seconds? Normally you are capable of creating a song of up to 3 minutes. I have tried numerous times today already, but you only give me 30-second songs. Are the servers of Google overworked, or is it something else that prevents you to create a full audio track according to my prompt? And then Gemini AI gives me an answer, and it tells me again that it is absolutely capable of generating full 3 minute tracks. But what I am experiencing right now is indeed a server capacity issue. It says generating a full heavy metal song with distinct instrument layers, rhythm, lead, bass, and drums, where perfectly syncing a vocal line requires an immense amount of computing power. When the servers are under a heavy load, or if there is even a minor hiccup in the data stream, the system will often fall back to a 30-second preview or fail entirely to prevent a total timeout. And Gemini AI told me that it was attempting to trigger a full 180-second song, so 3 minutes, but the connection broke on the back end due to an internal processing error. And Gemini AI even told me that my prompt, which looks just like this one, of course the lyrics are different, and that is why I do not want to show you this new prompt, so that nobody is going to copy it. um, my prompt is perfectly structured and gives Gemini AI the exact cues needed for the heavy riffs, the solo, and the vocals, because we're talking about a metal song. And the issue is definitely the current server traffic, and all I can do about this as a normal user, and no, I'm not using any upgrade. I can only use the free, or I only use the free version, so I'm not paying for Gemini AI. But all I can do now, or what you also can do only in this situation, is give it a little time. Server capacity fluctuates constantly. Waiting a little while and trying again later when traffic cools down usually solves the problem. And of course, you can test a smaller chunk, uh, so you could try to generate just the first verse and the chorus first to see if a smaller window gets through the server smoothly, so that it's not 3 minutes, but maybe only, I don't know, maybe a minute, but that's not what I personally want. And then I was, telling Gemini AI a bit more because I wanted to discuss this even further with the AI construct. And you see, I think some YouTubers are also to be blamed here. I have been searching through the internet for the problem, although once again you have helped me in a way my internet search could have never done. And I have found the link to a YouTube video. In that video, they tell how one could actually extend the time limit for music generation up to 4 minutes instead of just 3 minutes. Although I am not sure if that video is up to date anymore, since you always tell me rightfully that you can only create 3-minute songs maximum, which is also my own experience of all the songs I have generated with your help so far. So I guess some people out there try to use this trick they have seen on YouTube, and probably this overloads the Google servers. Um, and then Gemini AI did assure me that it is definitely not my fault at all. And my prompt, according to Gemini AI, I wouldn't go so far, but Gemini AI tells me that my prompt is actually a textbook example of how to write a music request. It's clear, well structured, and gives the exact cues needed for the instruments and the structure. Just for your information, of course, back in the day, just a month ago, so I have been asking Gemini AI, what are your commands that I need to use and how do I write a good prompt? And then Gemini AI told me how I write a good prompt. But everything that you can see here, I have written myself. It was never written by Gemini AI, and the same goes for the lyrics. I have created the lyrics myself. At first, thinking of lyrics and then writing them down, and then of course modifying them until a good track has been generated with Gemini AI, which sometimes needs a few tries. And it was easy doing the first version. That's gone now because now we have those limitations. And when it comes to those YouTube tricks, that where YouTubers tell you, oh, look, you can even force Gemini AI to make a 4-minute song. Again, this is not what Gemini AI and its Lyria free model are actually capable of doing just yet. And what you're trying is to force Gemini AI to do something for you that it just can't, at least not at the moment. I'm sure that in the future this will get better. But what happens behind the scenes, and those are the words of Gemini AI itself, is that the underlying model has a hard architectural limit, in this case 3 minutes max. Okay, 3 minutes max. When videos tell people to use specific phrasing to force it to go to 4 minutes, it doesn't magically upgrade the system. Instead, the server burns through a massive amount of computing power trying to process a command it physically cannot fulfill. And that is the problem. And when thousands of users spam the system with those kinds of heavy, conflicting commands, it creates a massive digital traffic jam. The servers get overwhelmed, resource limits get triggered, and as a safety measure to prevent a total crash, the system starts defaulting generations to a 30-second preview. So your theory about the extra strain is incredibly spot on. Again, those are not my words, those are the words of Google's own Gemini AI. Um, and of course, I was then wondering and asking Gemini AI, I think it's quite interesting that such a technology giant like Google must take those kinds of measures. I mean, you may imagine that they must have some of the most powerful servers in the world and that there might be no limit at all. The interesting thing is that before the big update that came just a few days ago, I was able to create music without any recognizable limit, and now suddenly, after this update, Google implanted those limits if the servers should be too busy. I do not understand this, frankly spoken, that at first there was no limitation and suddenly with this update they did introduce this limitation, and if some of their servers must have burned down, as if some of their servers must have burned down before the update or something like this, just because people were starting to generate music with all kinds of prompts. Of course I was using the system a lot too, but I was using it April 26th, April 30th, May 2nd, May 3rd, May 6th. So yeah, I was playing around with this a lot. My latest song is from May 18. That's 8 days ago now. But what Gemini AI then told me, that actually my analogy about the servers burning down is, according to Gemini AI's words, actually shockingly close to the physical reality of how these big AI updates work. And then it tells me that the model actually got heavier in a sense. When an AI model gets an update, which happened to Gemini AI just a few days ago, it usually means it's learning to do things much better, like separating the rhythm and lead guitars more cleanly, processing higher fidelity audio, or syncing the lyrics more naturally with a deep vocal track. The catch: this higher quality requires massively more math. Uh, every single second of audio generated by the new model might take 5 to 10 times more processing power, so compute, than the old version did. So even if Google didn't change their hardware, the new software suddenly demands way more juice. And whenever a major update rolls out, user traffic spikes exponentially. Millions of people, and this includes myself as well, all over the world hear about the update and then instantly jump on to try it out at the exact same time. You combine a much heavier model with a massive wave of new traffic, and even the world's best server farms hit a wall. And then Gemini AI does admit that before the update, if the servers got overwhelmed, the system might have just given you a generic error message or spun its wheels indefinitely. With the update, the engineers introduced a defensive mechanism called load balancing. Instead of letting the infrastructure literally overheat or completely crash under the weight of everyone trying to generate full 3-minute metal tracks, the server makes a split-second decision. The queue is too long right now. To keep the lights on for everyone, cap this generation at 30 seconds. It's basically a digital traffic cop. It ensures that instead of the whole system breaking down and giving you nothing, you at least get a 30-second preview of your track until the traffic slows down and the servers can handle the full 180 seconds again. So yeah, this is so far what I was discussing with Gemini AI, or what it told me about all of those things. And yeah, this is actually the problem. So all I can do is waiting now. I have just tried it right now before I have started this video, and it's still just 30 seconds. So there's nothing I can do right now as a user. And again, just to show you, this is no advertisement for Gemini AI, of course, because right now I'm quite criticizing this new upgrade. I am not using Google AI Plus, I'm not using Google AI Pro or Ultra or even the Yeah, ultras, everything that you can get now. I do not use them. I just use the free version, and normally it's more than enough for what I need. I mean, for picture generation, it's great. Show you my desktop. You see the goddess Artemis standing on a pile of dead Greek bodies of, fallen soldiers, and the Amazons are cheering to their goddess, who looks very evil because, yeah, this is my personal interpretation of Artemis when it comes to the Amazons that I am writing stories about and all, and generate now also music and stuff. Uh, you know, so Gemini AI is very powerful. Of course, it's not without mistakes. And if you watch closely, for example, this Amazon here on the left side, she is having, whoops, she is having two battle axes instead of just one, and stuff like this. But those are just the smaller things, and the pictures are still looking good. But yeah, that is the problem right now. So unfortunately, as much as I would love to continue my Amazon Metal project right now, I just can't because the Google servers are overworked. Uh, Remember, today is the 26th May 2026. Here you can see it. um, so I hope, of course, that Google is soon updating Gemini AI so that the restrictions won't be back. Um, or that the restrictions will be lowered. And by the way, it has nothing to do with my account. I was asking Gemini AI, does it maybe have to do with those new limits that they have introduced? But then I take a look at my usage limits, and this is also what Gemini AI told me how I can find this. And so you have your account here. My name is Kunkura. At least it's not my real name, of course. It's the name that I'm using in the internet. And then you have the settings here in the lower left corner of your screen. You click on this little wheel, and then you click here on the third line, usage limits. And then I see my usage limits. And as you can see, my current usage is currently today at 0%, and yesterday evening it was just on 14%. My weekly limit is only 7% right now, and it resets already in tomorrow morning in a bit more than 24 hours. So yes, as you can see, I do not use Gemini AI that much. I love to chat with Gemini AI. You can see it here, and yes, if you understand German language, you can see that I also write about some very heavy topic, not write, talk with Gemini AI about some heavy topics from time to time. Like here suicide, depression, and stuff like that, and of course sometimes about Amazons, of course, and some stuff about my upcoming study that I want to, because I want to study at the university this year at the Free University of Berlin, Japan studies. I hope that I can get a spot, but I will apply in about a month now when I have all my certificates. But anyway, I just want to show you this, just that you know. Right now, the model is overworked and it can only generate 30-second songs. It has nothing to do with you, it has nothing to do with your prompt, especially if you write a very good prompt like this one. Again, this is what Gemini AI told me, that this is actually a good prompt, and yeah, but again, it doesn't work right now. So I can only hope that Gemini AI will receive another update, or that maybe Google is working on its servers, and hopefully we will be able to create full audio tracks again that go way beyond 30 seconds. I mean, it's still a new system. This new system has been introduced. I think it was in March. Yeah, it was in March, and then in in April, in late April, it suddenly received this big update, and suddenly we were able to create 3 minute audio tracks maximum, and this is still the standard today. Again, please do not believe those YouTube videos that tell you that, hey, write this and that in the prompt so that you can extend this the music up to 4 minutes. Don't do that, because that, as I've said, quite burns down the Google servers, and then we all can only create 30-second songs, and this is nothing. I mean, I've had plenty of fun at first when this new music generation or music generate option was coming out by Gemini AI, and I've had plenty of fun creating only 30-second songs. But as soon as you can create longer songs than that, you do not want to go back to 30 seconds, and that is why it gave me just a 30-second song. At least it gave me a nice album cover, but that doesn't help right now because uh, only 30 seconds. This is nothing that I want to upload on YouTube into my Amazon Metal playlist. So because this is about Amazons, those warrior women from Greek mythology, and I do not want um, to give them only 30-second audio tracks. I have given you a video here, this one, Amazon Metal, my seven first 30-second music clips made with Gemini AI, um, which I have. Oh, it was already in February, by the way. I'm sorry. It was in February 2026 that we were able to create music. But again, those were only 30-second songs. And then in April last month, it received the update for full 3-minute songs. And that is why then I have started here in April. 26 April, my first Amazon Metal song, the one that invented this new Amazon Metal genre. um, you know, I have created this or generated it with Gemini AI's help. And again, I write the prompts all by myself. Of course, I always use older prompts now as a base, but the lyrics and everything else, I have written it myself. Because this is a good example, because Gemini AI would never write track length shall be not less than 3 minutes, because it ignores this anyway, or it may be hiccups on that. So in my newest prompt, I took this command line out, but again, right now there's nothing I can do. Gemini AI only creates 30-second songs because the servers are overworked. I can only hope that in the next few days this will be resolved, but there's nothing we can do about it. We have to wait for Google to do something about it, or you have to try it again and again until maybe you can generate songs that are way above 30 seconds. When the servers are not this busy. But I'm not sure about this. Maybe Google was thinking too much or trying too much in a too fast way, because everybody is talking about this now, generating those tracks that are now far longer than just 30 seconds. And again, we can only wait for Google getting Gemini AI backed up so that it can create full songs again. But right now, we are lying down in a hole of just 30 seconds because the servers are either too busy, or maybe Google is working on it already as I speak. I don't know. I actually hope so that they do, because Gemini AI is a great tool to work with, especially if you're not a musician and if you're not an artist. You can create wonderful music and again also pictures. I try to draw pictures myself, but mine still look like kindergarten, so I am very happy to sometimes use Gemini AI to generate pictures. But artificial intelligence, when it generates music, you know, as we have discussed already, as I have read to you what Gemini AI told me, this means a lot. We believe that AI is already capable of doing just everything, even doing our housework. But actually, this is not the case. We are still in the early days, probably, of AI constructs, but it's getting better and better. and I hope that in the future it will even get better, and I'm sure it will, including Gemini AI. But I hope that in the next few days they will generate longer songs again than just 30 seconds. Again, I will try it out from time to time until this is resolved. And I hope that soon I can generate a new Amazon Metal song that I will then upload here in my Amazon Metal playlist. So far, there are 7 videos, 6 full songs, and one collection of those 30-second music clips that I have generated during the time when Gemini AI was only capable of constructing 30-second songs. But now, as you can see, 2 minutes 35, 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and so far, it really got better. But 3 minutes is the maximum. And when some YouTubers want to tell me, hey, you can already make 4 minute tracks, do not believe that. Do not try this out, because the more people watch this and the more people try this out, the more the Google servers are overworked, forcing the AI to do something that it just can't do at the moment as I speak. And and then of course suddenly all the users only get 30-second songs, and this is not what we want. Again, this is not what I want. I need full audio tracks now, especially after I have written a prompt like this. I mean, it's not easy for me. I am an author, but it's not easy for me to write lyrics that also rhyme at the end of each word, because there are some words for which I just cannot find a rhyme, and then I have to rewrite maybe a verse and stuff like that, just to get it straight. But yeah, this is all I want to tell you now. I know I'm talking too much again, but yeah, let us just hope that soon Gemini AI will have this fixed, or if the servers of Google will soon get an upgrade, or if they will not be so busy anymore. Again, I will try it again and again, and I advise you to do the same if you also have the same problem right now. But just that you know, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your prompt. Gemini AI just cannot give you more than 30-second songs now, because the Google servers are way too busy, because too many people are using this, especially now as this new Gemini AI update has been rolling out just a few days ago. In the meantime, I will create other videos, and of course, I will publish or keep writing on my Amazon epics and all on my website, which has the same name like my name. You can Google it. Um, and yeah, let us just hope that soon we will have the option to create longer songs again, because right now Google servers are just too busy, and I hope that they receive an upgrade soon. So thank you very much for now, and see you next time.